What's up, everybody? Welcome to the SATS Show, your beginner-friendly guide to saving in Bitcoin. Let's go! Round of applause from the live studio audience. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Hope you guys had a great week. It's Friday. Let me know what you're doing this weekend in the chat. What up, Leonard in the house? What up, Leonard? Stacked. Leonard came in here and stacked that like button. Choo. Let's go. I am feeling a little bit low energy because I had a long day of work. I did jiu-jitsu class today, and guess what? Today was my 21st class in a row that I haven't missed. I'm going 3 days a week. Today was my 21st class. There's also 21 million Bitcoin. Coincidence? I don't know, but it's worth celebrating. Also, today is episode 40. Episode 40 of the show. So Leonard, thanks for supporting. Thanks for hanging out here every time and chilling. Very excited. Anyway, that's what I got. That's the basics of it. So let's jump into the first part of the show, which is the SATS strength. Thanks, Leonard. I just gotta stay consistent, right? So today, if you spend $1 on Bitcoin, you can buy 3,403 Satoshis, fractions of a Bitcoin. Very nice. And then, if you're walking down, if you're out this weekend and you're walking down the street, see a penny, pick it up, and all the day you'll have 34 Satoshis. 1 penny. With 1 penny, you can buy 34 Satoshis. It's pretty damn cool. It's a heck of a deal. Heck of a bargain. Okay? So, you don't have to buy a whole Bitcoin to get started. You don't have to invest $29,385 to buy a whole Bitcoin. What up, Cole? Let's go. You can buy as much as you can afford to slow and steady start building up to a whole coin. And you don't need to buy a whole coin to get on that Bitcoin train, baby. Get on that Bitcoin train before it leaves the station without you. Okay? We're still super early. There's people that got Bitcoin when it was in the hundreds of dollars. There's people that got Bitcoin when it was under $10,000. And someday, people that can't get Bitcoin for less than 100,000 are gonna say, "God damn!" There used to be a time when you could buy Bitcoin for under $30,000. That time is now, and this is me coming back to the past from the future to let you know that the time to buy is now. It is not financial advice, so you should take that idea, go do your research, and if you also come to the same conclusion based on your own research, then I would agree that you should get on that Bitcoin train. Okay, but before you get on that Bitcoin train, you have to understand where that Bitcoin train is going. You have to understand the significance of the Bitcoin train. In order to do that, you need to have a little bit of an education on it, right? So let's go while we stack real quick. We stack because we want to preserve our purchasing power, right? We want to preserve our wealth in a way that is isolated from inflation. And yeah, I put the Bitcoin train on the thumbnail today because I thought it was a good analogy. The train tickets are cheap, right? Think of the train tickets are cheap right now because there's only 21 million seats on the train, right? And they're cheap right now because a lot of people don't understand what the train is about, right? As more people understand what the train is about, more people are going to want to get in that train, right? And you'll be sitting there in your seat on the train looking out into the crowd as they all fight over your seat. And there's no way they can take your seat on that train. There's no way they can steal that seat from you on the train. All they could do is try to entice you into giving up your seat on that train for a lot more than you got the seat for. And then at that point, you're gonna have to come to a decision and say, okay, will I ever sell my Bitcoin? If so, what's my price? Do I want to sell it and just retire the rest of my days? Do I want to keep it and pass it on to my descendants so they can use it? They can have that seat on that Bitcoin train, right? So it's pretty significant. It's pretty significant. And I know this is a lighthearted show, super fun. I try to make it fun. Try to make it a little bit educational, not too tedious, not too long. Just little small nuggets, easy to digest. But there is a profoundness to the concept. There's a profoundness to being able to conserve that value or that wealth through space and time. Okay, so just think on that for the weekend. And if you haven't already, gosh darn it, go watch that Michael Saylor BTC Prog video that's in our Discord server under videos, under getting started. If you've seen that, put a 1 in the chat. If you haven't seen it, put a 2. All right, that's all I got for you as far as the stack sats, as far as the why we stack segment goes. Let's kill that music, and let's do our. What's the next? Let's do our stack recap. 56. You watched it 56 times. Let's go. Okay. Yesterday I forgot to put the data in here, so let's just go real quick. I put it in here before the show started, and now our Bitcoin stack is up to 1,736,302 satoshis. We've paid $496.87 to obtain $510.23 worth of value. We are up about 2.5%. But like I've always said on this show and on all the episodes on the show, these numbers don't matter. What matters is that the Bitcoin count goes up. Bitcoin number go up. That's what's important. Okay. And as long as you commit to your stacking schedule, your dollar cost averaging schedule, your Bitcoin cost averaging schedule, you will be phased by the price, and you will buy the same amount of dollars worth of Bitcoin for whatever cycle you committed to. So daily, weekly, monthly. Okay. And over time, you'll see that you're in the green. And then when you get to that savings goal, you have to decide, do I want to buy what I was saving for? Or do I want to maybe take a loan against my Bitcoin so that I can keep my Bitcoin in my wallet and let it continue to appreciate while I pay off the loan for whatever I was going to buy with what I was saving in Bitcoin for, right? Anyway, the idea is that once you see the benefit of owning Bitcoin and how it's like a digital property that just keeps appreciating into infinity because it's a reflection of the money printing that happens in the US dollar, you'll realize how important of an asset it is, and you won't want to give up your seat on that train. Okay, let's think of a seat on the train not only as a whole Bitcoin, right? Because you don't need a whole Bitcoin to have a seat on the train. All you need is a Satoshi. 1/34th of a penny, and you have a seat on the Bitcoin train, right? It's pretty cool, right? I mean, you won't have you won't have any elbow room, but but you'll have. Was on phone with my old. Oh, cool! That's awesome, Captain Dan. So you'll have a seat on the Bitcoin train. You won't have that much elbow room, but you'll just keep stacking sats, and next thing you know, you'll have a whole seat to yourself, right? And then next thing you know, you'll have like a first class seat if you start getting into like the more than one coin, right? Anyway, it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool. All right, so let's jump into this. That's a stat recap right there, and now let's get into the next segment of the show, which is your favorite. It's time to stack some sats. Right, here we go. We're using swanbitcoin.com. If you want to get $10 worth of free Bitcoin when you sign up, go to stacksatshow.com/swan. See if the Nightbot puts a link in there for you. Okay, here we go. I'm going to buy now. I'm going to make this $10. Okay, I'm going to move my screen. I'm going to preview my buy. I'm going to screenshot my preview buy. Put it into my notes for the 40th episode. Amazing. Episode 40 of the Stack Sats show happening right now. Alright, let me come back to that screen and show you what's happening. Here we go. We're buying $10 worth of Bitcoin because the price of Bitcoin currently is above our average buy price. So we're only buying $10 worth. With that, there we go. Kill the music. Drum roll, please. It's happening a lot faster now these days. That's awesome. There it is. Just like that. We've stacked $10 worth of Bitcoin. And now let's update our spreadsheet with the new information. Dun, 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 dun. Today's the 28th. It's Friday. Hope you guys are having a good Friday. Carl, are you coming down for Spotty Bowl Awards? You should. It's going to be awesome. I think the food's going to be pretty good. The entertainment's going to be fun. The camaraderie is going to be on level 10. Level 11 out of 10. Okay, we bought $10 worth. We bought $10 worth of Bitcoin. It cost us 10 cents to buy it, and that yielded 0.123333931 satoshis. Copy this formula. Oops. Copy this formula. Paste it here. All right. It's pretty good. Let's go back up to the top. And just like that, we're getting close. We're getting really close. We're 250,000 satoshis away from 2 million satoshis. Let's go. Let's give Captain Dan a gong and applause. Captain Dan has also just stacked $10 worth of satoshis. I'm telling you guys, slow and steady. I read an article a couple of weeks ago where it's been a while since I showed you guys the chart. Let me see if I can show you guys the chart. Let's see here. I think it's this one. Yep. Possibly. I'm bringing up a chart, guys. Give me 1 second. Okay. Oh, there it is. All right. Let me see if this will come up. Trading view chart. There it is. Okay. That is the Bitcoin chart. So the price of Bitcoin relative to the dollar. we can look at it. Let's say a year. Wait, is that right? Is that working right? There we go. Oops. There we go. We can look at it in terms of let's see, daily. Let's go monthly. 1 month. Boom. So that's a whole lifespan. That's the whole lifespan of Bitcoin right there. It's pretty wild, right? Started back in 2009. I don't even think it's on this chart because it's not. It wasn't even on exchange then. But we are here, and the height of Bitcoin was like 67,000 or something like that. Yeah, like 60. Let's say 67,000. And the reason I'm showing you this is because if you would have started dollar cost averaging way up here, like at the worst time to start buying, when it's the highest, and you continue to keep that same frequency, ask mom, dude, I'm busy right now. And you would have continued to buy Bitcoin at the same frequency from the highest point until now, with that dip down here to, was it 15.5? You would have been, you would already be in the positive. You would already be making, you would already be in the green. That's what I'm saying. That's pretty cool. It's pretty significant. And I know it looks violent, like a violent drop, but like this was where you recouped most of it and bought at such a low price that just from here to here, let's see, from here to here, you're up like 80%, right? So if you bought like at the bottom, and you kept dollar cost averaging all the way up, like from the bottom at 15,500 to now, you've pretty much gone up 100%, right? So it's pretty insane. And the length of time it took to get from here to here, like this way, is shorter than the length of time it took to get from here to here. So you end up stacking more sats because you're getting more sats per dollar as you're buying it when it's low. And then once it comes back up here, you're already in the positive. It's pretty wild. It's pretty cool. But for us, we didn't start stacking at the top. We started stacking like in here for the show, right? In here somewhere? Like probably in here. That's where we're up like 2%, right? We probably started in here, went up a little bit. And then came back down. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Just to see that progression. So the dollar cost averaging is like it's not deceiving. It's like it seems like it's not making a difference, but over the long term, you're getting a more balanced price. 2 each. But yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So we bought some Bitcoin. We stacked. We're getting close to 2 million satoshis. We're a quarter of a million satoshis away. Quarter of a million satoshis away from 2 million. Next week we should be pretty close. Next week we should be pretty close. So if the prices stay where they're at, stay low or go even lower, we'll be able to buy even more stats. If the price of Bitcoin drops a little bit more next week or over the weekend, we might be able to hit 2 million sats by next week, if not for sure the week after. If if it stays at the same price. I'm kind of torn, guys. I feel like I want it to go up because I mean, you can never have enough, right? But I have enough of a stack that if it goes up, I won't be too upset about it. If the train decides to leave the station early, if the rocket decides to ignite and just go to the moon, I won't feel bad at all. But at the same time, if it dipped down a little bit more, I wouldn't mind buying cheaper SATs, you know. I wouldn't mind like adding a little extra to my stash. So I'm kind of neutral. I'm kind of good either way. If it goes down a little bit, just buy a little bit. We'll get more SATs per our dollar while we DCA. If it starts to go up, doesn't matter. We're still gonna keep buying, and we'll just be in profit. Okay. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Anyway, I'm ready for the weekend. Had a long class today. It was awesome. I didn't get any new injuries. It's pretty good. Got some more new bruises. But other than that, I'm talking about jiu-jitsu. Oh my gosh, but I am super worn out. I gotta do the certificates for tomorrow's awards. I bought all the stuff I need to make them with, and then I'll be knocking those out tonight. So that's my homework. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Carl, you coming down for the awards? It's not electrolyte beverage. I like the bottle, so I recycle the bottle. All right, gentlemen. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for the support. Captain Dan. If you ever have any questions, just give me a call. Carl, same thing. Message me on Discord. Call me. Leonard, if you guys have any questions with this kind of stuff. And if it's your first time here and you haven't subscribed yet, hit subscribe. And after a minute, you'll be able to type in the chat. And if it's your first time here, or like I haven't sent you 1,000 SATs yet, today or the next time I see you live, let me know you're in the chat and I'll send you 1,000 Satoshis. That's actual Bitcoin over the over the Lightning Network. Oh yeah, I'll be there with Coach's new Lincoln. Oh, let's go. Nice. Awesome. All right, guys. You guys have a good night. Have a good weekend. I'll see you guys tomorrow. If I don't see you tomorrow, sad face, but I'll have a good weekend anyway. All right. Good night. And remember, smoking is bad for your health, and dollars are bad for your wealth. So let's go.